Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Miss Mo. And so today in this video, I'm going to be talking about, wrote it down, what I want to talk about. Oh, embracing your masculine energy, especially as a female or somebody who identifies as a female. Why I wanted to talk about embracing your masculine energy, especially as someone who not even just identifies as a female, but just has a lot of feminine energy, is because as a human being, like, we have masculine energy and we have feminine energy within us. But as we grow and participate in societal norms and expectations, sometimes we may downplay our feminine energy or downplay our masculine energy depending on what societal expectations are. And so, as someone who was born a female and identifies as a woman, I have been constantly taught and just basically programmed that that my masculine energy is a threat and my feminine energy is something that should be embraced, but only to a certain extent. Because even and just going off on a little rant, even when we talk about feminine energy, and only to a certain extent, when we talk about sexual like sexual feminine energy and that women shouldn't be acting like that and all that other stuff, and that's a whole nother conversation that they just be trying to keep us down, y'all. They just be trying to keep us down, and I don't know why. So, but yes, basically, I've been taught that my masculine energy is a threat, is weird, is just not what ladies do. And it was very hard for me growing up because I I feel like I have a very strong amount of masculine energy. Um, others can have stronger than me, but I have never been like a girly girl, which is why I'm 32 years old and I identify as a low maintenance chick. I am not doing all of this. This is as full of a face you gonna get from me. I'll do my hair and stuff like that because that's just what I've been taught. But there have been times I came on camera and my hair is not done. Like, I'm not a I'm not a very girly girl type of person. I don't want somebody to take care of me. I want to be in a partnership with people. I don't want people to have to feel like they have to carry me. And so yeah, so that has always been like a battle for me because I want to be accepted in society. I identify as a woman, and I love being a female, and I love being a woman, and but yet there is a part of me that has like just this very masculine energy, and I have to subdue it, and it just is this constant battle. And this past so 2022 has already been like go 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 go, but March, bruh, I don't know what was going on in March, but March at work was just extremely stressful, extremely just it like between work and personal life. March was just like a big ball of anxiety and stress, and it was it it took a lot out of me. And the way that I had to keep pushing myself was to really kind of embracing this masculine energy and embracing, and there are things that and that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit further, like the way in which you can embrace, your masculine energy without making it seem like you have to sacrifice your feminine energy. And so things that I identified this past month of March that I see as masculine energy that I really had to tap into in order to just like push through and just rise on top, as much as I can or could, was it was three things. It was being persistent, being confident, and being critical. And when I say critical, it's I'm going to explain everything a little bit further, but yeah, those are three things that I identified as like masculine energy that I really had to tap into, to just to to push myself to get through this fucking past month. And so yeah, so the persistent. The reason why I see that as masculine energy is because as females, it's kind of like we are told that you're just supposed to, you shouldn't push for things. Things should just come to you. A man should just come to you. Like everything should just come to you. And I understand that logic. Like I get it because women and females are that, like their whole existence is mind-boggling in terms of like how amazing we are. Like it's the things that we're able to do and still do it with a smile on our face, and our head held high is, it's amazing. So, but at the same time, we're also taught that we shouldn't be, that if we are persistent or aggressive, that's not very feminine. That you're being a bitch, or you're called out of your name because you decide to tap into this type of energy, this type of masculine energy, in which you cannot afford to lose, and whoever you're supporting cannot afford to lose. And so that's why I feel like when you're persistent, when you're persistent, it's a form of masculine energy. And so, but it's something that needs to be embraced, because when you're persistent, you get results. You get to where you need to be. And so, yeah, that's why I say, again, this whole video is about embracing your masculine energy. And one thing that I identify as being masculine energy is being persistent, being on their ass. Like, hey, what we doing? What's going on? Okay, can you get me that information? How soon can you get it to me? Okay, and if they don't get it to you, get back on their ass. Just be persistent. Yeah, I'm a bitch today. I'm a bitch this week. I'm a bitch this month. But I need to get what I need to get. So that masculine energy, bruh, that of being persistent, when guys do it, it's like he's a real go-getter. When women do it, we bitches. Well, I'm going to be a bitch today. I got to be a bitch today. And so, yeah. So the second thing is confidence, being confident. Again, as women, it's kind of like you need to downplay your amazingness. Just downplay that shit real quick. Don't be too confident around your dude. Don't be too confident around guys, because they're gonna be intimidated. Don't be too confident at work, because people gonna be like, oh, why she so confident? What she got? Da, 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 da. The reason why it's important to embrace that confidence is because if you don't, you're going to be going into spaces as if you don't have anything to offer. And you're going to be going into spaces as if you don't have your own voice. And it's unfortunate, and I feel like I continue to do this, and I'm working my way out of it, that I have gone into spaces when I see it in the distance, I'm like, I can do what they do. I can do that shit. But when I go into these spaces, I like my voice is very meek. I make it seem like, oh, um, do I belong here? And it's like, bitch, yes, you do belong here. You do have something to offer. And so when these guys, and the thing that made me even think more about the confidence thing is that when a lot of guys, they don't be having much, but they just be walking like that they got something. They be walking around like they got something to offer, and they don't have barely anything. And yet there are amazing women and young ladies and girls that have something to offer, a lot to offer, and yet they shrink themselves because when you portray that confidence, you're being too masculine. And what I say to that is, fuck that. Embrace that confidence and embrace it. You My phone dropped. So I don't know how crazy it started to look, but yeah, embrace the space that you're in and use your voice and embrace the space that you're in and build your confidence because you have something to offer. And again, it'd be so wild because boys, guys, men, they can walk into a space, don't have anything to offer, don't even know what's going on. They don't even know what's going on. But they exude confidence and people trust that they can get it done. But when women who know everything that's going on, have a lot of things to offer, because if we embrace our confidence, we are seen as a threat or seen too masculine. We shrink ourselves. And what I'm saying is that no, embrace that masculine energy of being confident. Okay, and so the third and final thing is being critical. So when I say being critical, I'm more so talking about like not just taking shit, like not just taking things that somebody says to you. Because again, as women, this idea of femininity involves us not speaking up, just being like, oh, okay, that's just the way things are. It's like, but if a guy speaks up and it's not in a way that like it's like combative, it's just in a way that's like you're trying to get more information, like you're having a conversation in which you and the person that you're engaging with, y'all are being thought partners. Like y'all are actively thinking about the situation and the outcomes instead of them just telling you something and you're just nodding your head like, okay, yes. I say that being critical and just, willing to converse with people in a way that is analytical about a situation, I say that is a form of masculine energy because again, women, we're kind of just, and females and girls and ladies, everyone in that group, you're kind of just taught that why are you talking back? Like, she always trying to argue with somebody. Nothing is ever good enough for her. Yet when a guy does it, it's like, wow, he's really engaging in this conversation and he's really thinking about ways in which we can better ourselves. But again, if a woman does it, it's like she's a problem. So I say that it's very important for women, for ladies, for girls to embrace their masculine energy. You don't have to be like super, super aggressive if that's not your vibe. Like you don't have to be like that. But you shouldn't hide away from the fact that being analytical about situations, being confident within situations, and being persistent again within situations, You shouldn't feel ashamed for being like that, because you are a human being and you have a masculine energy resides within you just as much as feminine energy resides within men, um, guys, and boys. But boys are taught to like downplay that feminine energy, and girls are taught to downplay their masculine energy, and it just it creates an off balance. I mean, like everything is off balance because people are not really embracing who they are. So all I'm saying in this video is that embrace your masculine energy, especially if you identify as a female, because your masculine energy is not anything to be scared about. It's not anything to be afraid of. It's beautiful. It gets results, and it reminds you. It reminds you that you have something to offer, and you're supposed to be in this space. But if you're downplaying your gifts, your ideas, just your voice, if you're downplaying all these amazing things that make you you, when you get into these spaces, not only are they questioning you, not only are they questioning why you're there, but you are also questioning why you're there. But you know why you're there, because you have something to offer. So, yeah, so that was all about, that was all for this video. Sorry, my camera dropped. It is what it is. But thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all next time.